My name is Claire, and I'm a fourth-year history major at King's with a minor in contemporary studies and a certificate in heritage studies. And for the science fiction and film class that I took this past fall, I wrote a paper called How Can We Know What We Are? The Boundaries of Difference in Blade Runner. My paper explores how the film creates and then destroys the boundaries of difference between replicants and humans in the world of Blade Runner. And I do that mainly by focusing on how our protagonist, Rick Deckard, deconstructs his belief in the system that he's spent his entire career upholding, and also how he loses his faith in his own humanity. Like humanoid creatures who are manufactured to have a lifespan of 4 years, and I think that's really interesting. They're made to kind of be slaves to humans. I first saw Blade Runner when I was 11 with my dad, and I totally fell in love with the world of the film, the colors of the film, and how different the replicants in this movie were from the androids that we've seen in so many other science fiction films. And then taking this class in the fall, and it just totally reminded me of why I loved this movie and why I was so interested in the questions that the film asks. I think one of the most human things we can do is explore the extent of our humanity, and doing that through the things that we can create. And I think that is really one of the things that I love most about science fiction, is how we kind of challenge the ideas of humanity and what is human to explore ourselves. As a history major, one of the biggest things that I think about is the question of humanity, and also the question of what we've created over the years, and how they relate to each other. And so this course, and getting to see, how we've thought about these things over the course of 100-ish years in film was really, really interesting, and really, helped to solidify my ideas of humanity throughout the 20th century. Science fiction is something that is so present in all of our lives, whether it be in film, books, just what we see on the news can sometimes feel a little bit like it is science fiction. And so I think getting a better understanding of what the genre is and what it means to consume this media is really important, especially when you're in a humanities program and you're kind of thinking about the question of, well, what are we all the time? So the science fiction and film course takes these movies that I think so much of us have grown up loving, or at least grown up knowing, and really helps to contextualize them in their history, especially when it comes to these developments of science and technology, which I think is always, speeding up and always becoming just a bit further away from what we can comprehend. And so it really gives you the tools to understand these developments and understand where they're all stemming from.